Folks, happy Friday night. We are here in Cheek to Vegas. I'm joined by Steve, Slick Owl. What's our show sponsor, folks? Manscaped. Get to manscaped.com for 20% off using promo code TRAINWRECK. Guys, how's your Friday going? We'll start with Steve.
It's going well. I'm a little upset. I told you earlier because my two favorite baseball plays got postponed, but I got a couple other plays, a lot of free money on the table tonight. Other than golf, it's been a good Friday.
Oh my! Can we talk about Slick Out? Let's talk about golf right away. I know you guys are both in on this with me.
Yeah.
You know, from probably 9 a.m. to around 1 p.m., we're looking phenomenal.
We're feeling great.
He's flying up
Cam
the live.
Smith, Morikawa.
Yeah, everything's looking good. I think Morikawa got to 3-1 at one point today, and now Stewie Sink shoots another 63. He goes -8 both days. And Steve, you were saying today he's on pace to shoot a -32.
That's ridiculous. Of course, it's Stuart Sink of all people too. I don't even want to know what his odds were before the tournament started. I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to know either.
Point there by Trainwreck Troll. Son being the caddy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. And then so we have our Morikawa now is 7 shots back. Sun JM 7 shots back, and then the next closest is the Canadian Corey Connors at 5 shots back.
Yeah,
Cam Smith is 7 shots back as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Cam Smith's right there too.
Good thing is Sink could have like a 76 in him, and tomorrow he could blow up. He could.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm still having faith. I think Morikawa's still around 7. 7, what is it? 8-1. He's right in that range. Then guys, I gotta tell you about this real quick. This soccer story I have today. You know, I've been really getting into the first goal scorers, things like that. RB Leipzig I took as a favorite with the first goal scorer today.
Right.
0-0 going into the 90th minute. They're saying there's gonna be 4 minutes of added time.
Okay.
RB Leipzig scores in the 96th. What happens? VAR, no goal, 0-0 final score. That's soccer. That's gambling for you. That's why it's great.
Yeah.
That's why we love it. That's why we do it every day. So, Slick Al, let's get into your Friday night slate. Give us a pick.
Well, Al, I'm looking at the NBA yet again, and I got the Portland Trailblazers are at a -1 versus the San Antonio Spurs, a line that I think is a bit skewed. I think the Portland Trailblazers are a very underrated team, as they usually are. And I've been saying this for the past 5 years. Damian Lillard, yet again, is a dark horse for the MVP race. I think he deserves it. He's got to get something if he's not going to get a championship in Portland. So give him an MVP or two. I like Portland Trailblazers -1 versus the Spurs.
All right. Love that. How about you, Steve? What do you got?
Yeah, I love that pick. I'm on that too. But my favorite pick of the night, Dodgers. It's a little juicy. Dodgers money line -150 against the Padres. The Dodgers, I mean, they won the World Series last year, and they're not slowing down at all. They look like the best team in baseball. Winners of 6 straight. They're 11-2 on the year, and they got their young ace, Walker Buehler, on the mound, who I absolutely love. He's got nasty stuff. I think this line is a little closer because Tatis should be back. Somehow, I don't know how he's able to play tonight, but he should be back tonight for the Padres. But I love the Dodgers. The Padres have played a cupcake schedule. They played the Diamondbacks, the Giants, the Pirates, and I believe the Texas Rangers. 4 teams we don't expect to make the playoffs, probably finish, near the bottom of their division. Now they're playing the juggernaut of the Dodgers. -150 seems like fair value to me.
Yeah, love that pick there, Steve. And I hope no one watched the DDZ video from last night when I went, I think it was 0 for 3 in my parlay. 3-team parlay, Tampa Bay Rays, see ya. Faded the Sabres and the Dart. See ya. And then I think the final was, took the Islanders last night. They were like +100, -102. They get blown out by the Bruins 4-1.
After you were saying the Bruins are frauds.
Taylor Hall obviously has to score too.
Of course.
Twice is worse. So guys, what am I doing tonight?
You're going to go right back to it.
Yep. Going. You know what, Steve? I'm going right.
You're at the same odds tonight.
Yep. I locked it in again. Same thing, Islanders +100. That's my NHL play of the night. That's what I always do. If a game goes really over the night before, I'm taking the under the next day.
Yep.
If there's a blowout, I'm going with the other team again. So I'm riding with my Islanders tonight. Suckow, what else you got on tonight's slate?
I got another NBA pick for the good people out there. The New York Knicks +6.5 one of those hard-working, gritty teams, as we've seen all year. Meerkat loves to dabble on them, and they're going against Dallas with Luka. Luka just played a similar team in the Memphis Grizzlies, a hard-working, gritty team, and it took him a three-pointer to beat the buzzer to win the game. So I think 6.5 is a bit of a stretch on that spread. I think it'll be a close game. Knicks might even win.
I like that pick.
Hey, and Slick Al, real quick, before we go to Steve, you said there's some Bellator tonight? What do we got going
Bellator 257, the main card featuring 2 fights out of the light heavyweight Grand Prix, which is starting up. Should be awesome, folks. And then a huge weekend for combat sports in general. Obviously, Ben Askren goes against Jake Paul tomorrow. I know we'll all be keeping an eye on that. And UFC Vegas 24, my guy, Robert Whittaker, goes against Kevin Gastelum, a fight 2 years in the making.
Cannot wait. I'm very excited for tomorrow night. Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow doing a show too. Steve, what else you got tonight?
So my second play, I got a baseball over, and it's the Orioles Rangers over 8.5, and I think it's -120. A lot of people don't love taking overs with teams, they don't think are that good. But let me tell you about the 2 pitchers in this game. You got Jorge Lopez versus Mike Foltynewicz. Jorge Lopez has an 11.42 ERA on the year with a career 6.23 ERA. He's miserable. He's terrible. He can barely get through 3-4 innings. He's given up 3 home runs on the year, and now they're facing Mike Foltynewicz on the other side, who's just been as bad lately. He's got, a 4 ERA this year. Hasn't been, too great, but he was sent down last year because of poor performance. He's given up 3 home runs already. The Orioles and Rangers, they got a lot of decent young bats on either side. You got Cedric Mullins for the Orioles. You got Solak, Lau for the Rangers. I think they can score runs, and they're facing 2 really bad pitchers. 8.5 is not a terrible number.
Love that pick, Steve. And let's see here. I'm going with one of my final plays of the night. I'm pretty sure the Rockets have won 3 games in their past 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
They're terrible.
And what happened yesterday with the dart? Meerkat did not like that pick at all. And what happened?
And it smashed.
The Sabres plus 270 with a huge, huge win on the road. And what happens the next day? What does the dart do? It's going to tease him. It's going to frustrate him. Goes with his pick or his team.
His Nuggets.
His Nuggets in the NBA. And I'm thinking to myself, why not? I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit on the Rockets. Plus 9 tonight. I believe it's in Houston. And I've been looking at some of their losses lately. At Phoenix on Monday night, lost by 6. Phoenix a week before lost by 3. New Orleans lost by 7. So they're keeping some games close. And everyone's going to think, what does the NBA do? Everyone's thinking, the Nuggets cruise tonight, get it done. I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly. I would assume the majority of the public is on the Nuggets.
Yeah, definitely.
Big time fishy line. I'm pretty sure when the dart hit it, it was Nuggets minus 8.5. Now it's 9. So clearly the money, the public is going to be on the Nuggets tonight. And I think you're going to be seeing a video tomorrow morning with Meerkat a little upset after his Nuggets are up 15 going into the 4th quarter. Somehow the Rockets bench gets the cover, but the Nuggets get the win on the road for some parlay fodder. So,
I like it.
Steve Slickel, anything else before we wrap up?
I got one more. Okay. It's a hockey play, very rare hockey play for me, but it's the Sharks Wild over. Now, I don't think a lot of you know this. I'm a Sharks fan. And they have a decent offense, but their defense absolutely stinks. Yeah. It absolutely stinks this year. And Martin Jones is in that. And when Martin Jones is in that, bet against the Sharks and just bet the over because he's been miserable all year long. He's got a 90 save percentage, allowing over 3 goals a game. And the Sharks, they do need to start winning games. Their last 3, they lost to the Ducks and the Kings. You just can't do that when you're only 4 points out of the final playoff spot with the Blues. So their offense is going to come out firing, I think, maybe get a goal or 2. But Minnesota's offense has been out fire. The over 4-1, last 5 for the Wild, and Martin Jones isn't stopping anything. Yeah, it's frustration, but he stinks. He absolutely stinks. I just take the over.
And Steve, like you said, that 4th spot in the Western Division is up for grabs.
It really is. And I thought the Sharks were in great position to, kind of control it or at least gain a few points. You're playing the Kings and Ducks, the 2 bottom feeders of that division. You lose 3 games. It's frustrating.
Even the Kings are still alive, right?
Yeah, they're only 2 back of the Sharks, so it's just a mess.
It's unbelievable. And guys, we got to talk about. I cannot believe I didn't bring this up earlier. Can you believe my Avalanche? I mean,
Oh my gosh!
it's just really like I'm like, is this really happening? Where the COVID positive tests are happening? They're canceling morning practices, and now they're shut down for like 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of a positive out of this. Like, I'm like,
thinking
one.
A breather?
Maybe the odds get better. Maybe the odds go back up.
I don't think so, Steven. That's what makes me worry. Is like I think the odds are going to stay the same. But yeah, Slick out. I like your point. Is it a break now? Is it they get some much needed time off? And like, is it one of those things where it's almost like good thing it's happening now and not round 1 of the playoffs?
Is it too long though? Is it too many days off the ice?
I think they're a good enough team to overcome that.
I believe so too, but you never know.
Yeah, I think they're off for a full 5 days. Their star goaltender, Philip Grubauer, he's out for a full 2 weeks. I think that started yesterday or 2 days ago. But yeah, just like pretty crazy for, the Stanley Cup favorite as of right now. COVID's happening at this time in the season with I think the end of the season for the NHL is May 10th, right around there.
It's a month away. And what I will say too, I don't know if it's direct comparison, but Baylor basketball, kind of similar thing. They dealt with COVID for about 2 weeks. First, week or so, they didn't look the same, and then they became the dominant team again. Same thing could happen for the Avalanche.
So when did that happen in their season?
It was like probably, I'd say, a month before the end of the regular season.
Okay, so there's a similar time frame right here. So
and it's like the first week kind of sloppy, a little rusty, but eventually it just kind of clicked again. And I think that could happen with the Avalanche. They're too good of a team to let this linger.
No, I agree. And my biggest thing with the Avalanche, though, too, is like I really now, because of this, I don't want them to lose the 1 seed. The 1 seed is so crucial because you're either going to face then Vegas is going to be 1 or 2. You're going to either face the Wild, who you really don't want to see in that first round. You want to see Vegas, you want to see those teams go nuts, or you get like the Blues, or you get the Sharks. So it's a huge.
You want the Sharks, trust me.
Yeah. The Avalanche.
4-0. 4-0.
The Avalanche would feast.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, cheers. Have an awesome Friday night. All the fans tuning in. Go get that free money, and then like I said, we will be back tomorrow. More locks. A huge UFC fight night. And then you got the Askren Paul fight. Unfortunately, can't bet that at the Creek, but text one of your boys in Pennsylvania and get it done.
Exactly.
Awesome, guys. Have a great night.